The polls have got a big gap on the two-party preferred vote, near enough to 45-55. Everybody's expecting a change of government, but there's a bit of speculation, and I heard this when I was in Brisbane just a couple of weeks ago, that people think it might not be quite the thumping for Labor that many have expected. Do you think that Stephen Miles has actually pulled a lot of people back to Labor during the campaign?
No, I don't. No, I don't. On the polling booths, I don't see many people taking Labor how to vote cards at all. So Liberal look like they will win this election, but will they win it in their own right? A lot of people are telling me they don't like Crisafulli as a leader. He's not strong enough, he's not decisive enough, and they don't have trust in him. Crisafulli has supported the Labor budget, he's supported the treaty, he's supported against nuclear. He's, this land grab by Aboriginal corporations, done nothing to stop it. 6.7 million hectares handed back to Aboriginal corporations, did nothing about Tabia. They've just lost their reserve out there, 94% of it to an Aboriginal corporation. So we're the only ones that the people trust, and that came out in the Morgan poll, that we're the most trusted party out there. So, we're the only ones, One Nation, to actually stand up for the issues of Queenslanders, the hospital issue, the teaching issue, the woke agenda, all these problems.
Well, just on the issues,
we're the only ones with strong policies.
Let me raise one of these key issues, because there was the Sky News People's Forum last night. There was a big focus on crime. Let's have a look at what both leaders had to say there.
And if government changes by the end of the year, the Making Queensland Safer laws will be laws. Adult crime, adult time. Detention as a last resort will be removed, and the rights of victims will be embedded in legislation.
This is a very complex issue, and the idea that you can fix it with a four-word slogan that you yourself got from a focus group is just misleading people.
Well,
what it takes is a comprehensive plan informed by the experts.
Pauline, obviously crime, and in particular youth crime, is a big problem. It's been a mess under Labor, and Crisafulli has a plan, has some ideas to tackle it.
I don't believe he has. You see, what they do all the time is Band-Aid it, Chris. They're not ripping off the Band-Aid and going back to the problems. It's starting the educational system. Teachers lost control of the classrooms. Kids can get away and do whatever they want to. These kids are coming from dysfunctional homes. They have no self-respect. They have no respect for anyone of authority. A slap on the wrist, there's only 306 detention beds throughout the state. Bring in Hard Yakka. It is a program that's run by Bob Davies outside Maryborough. They've had 500 kids go through the program since 2009 with a 97% success rate with it. That's what we intend to bring in.
All right,
the judges
Pauline,
need to be held before a panel.
Let me interrupt you, because there's two things I want to go to quickly. Firstly, if we just go to the screens here and bring up these pictures for everybody. You stay with us, Pauline, but I just want to show people what we're looking at here. This is live pictures from Samoa, the Samoan capital, Apia, where King Charles III and Queen Camilla have arrived, obviously after leaving Sydney earlier today. They've arrived in Samoa for the CHOGM meeting, which will be happening over the next few days. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese will be heading over there to Samoa as well. So we'll keep those pictures going in the bottom right of screen, but that's what you're looking at there now, live from Apia, Samoa. Quite a lovely little town that one is. Been there many, many years ago. Just finally, though, for you, Pauline, I wanted to come back to federal politics and Lydia Thorpe. We all know the antics she's been up to the last few days, but what about this cheap shot on the ABC at you from Murray Watt, the government minister? Have a look.
What we saw from Lydia Thorpe today is what we see pretty much every week in the Senate. Between her and Pauline Hanson, two senators, one of which is from Queensland, pretty much not a week goes by without the two of them at each other's throats, disrupting the Senate, trying to, and to use Susan's word, grandstand.
Look, we haven't got much time, Pauline, but he's saying you're as bad as each other.
Chris,
doesn't Lydia Thorpe constantly abuse you in the Senate?
Yeah, she does. That's an absolute lie that Murray Watt has said there. That's not. I actually asked to be moved away from her. I had a meeting with Penny Wong and Simon Birmingham and to the President. And anyway, I had to move away from her. She's shirt-fronted me. She's abusive, the way she talks to me when I'm actually on the floor of Parliament. I don't give out the abuse. I don't even talk to her. I have nothing to do with her. I'm actually going to chase up and refer her to the High Court. I'm going to look at this procedure. She admits that she never gave the oath of allegiance, which she should under under Section 42 of the Australian Constitution. If not, we refer her under the new laws passed by the privileges. That was October the 14th of this year. Therefore, a recommendation should be made under those new laws passed.
It's worth looking at all that. Yep, we saw her antics and we saw her reject us on the day. All right, you want to get rid of her. We'll come back to you and talk to you again next week. Thanks for joining us, Pauline. I appreciate it.